Saturday night. Switta, safe, reliable Switta for all your transportation needs. And Stein Seed, Stein has yield. Contact Darren Petty, your local Stein representative. Also brought to you by Hy-Vee, bakery, grocery, deli, meat department, and pharmacy, always there for you. Your Atlantic Hy-Vee, Atlantic Ag and Auto, your locally owned full-line CarQuest retail store in Atlantic, and Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, the hometown bank for hometown people. A member FDIC. Also Elkhart Plastics, integrity, optimism, customer focus, and a can-do spirit. Go to MyersIndustries.com/careers to fill out an application. Also brought to you by the Fish Store and Pet Center, your local one-stop pet shop in downtown Atlantic. Roger Warren joining me here, and great to have you back, Roger, as we look at this one tonight. Harlan Cyclones and the Atlantic Trojans, of course, a week ago, or 6 days ago, these two teams met up in Harlan, and the Cyclones really kind of dominated, 53-33 for the win there. They had some good inside presence in that game, but also Will Arkfeld able to hit the three-point shot. He had 4 threes in that contest, so it's going to be another interesting matchup.
It'll be
tonight.
An interesting ball game. I mean, I know Rasmussen was dinged up a little bit, didn't play a lot. Him with 4 points, that takes a lot out of the equation. But Harlan, they always play tough. They've got that good inside play. It's, I look for the Trojans to keep it a little closer tonight.
I do too, Roger. And Rasmussen coming off a big night against the Lennox Tigers. We'll hear more about that during our pregame with head coach Dalton Franken. But yeah, like you said, maybe a different situation here tonight. In Atlantic does not match. It's not a terrible matchup when you've got Gav McLaren inside, and Harlan's a big guy who really had a good game. Franz Rice at 6'5", McLaren 6'2". He's been really effective the last couple of games at Harlan and then against Lennox.
Lennox, he was pretty impressive against Lennox. He took his time, got his feet set, and short buckets, but very well controlled, using that big old body to get to the hoop.
Harlan will not have Joseph Rice tonight, the other inside player for the Cyclones. We wish him well as he recovers from injury, and Cade Sears has been out as well for the Harlan Community Cyclones. So I'm not sure if Cade will be back for the tournaments. And speaking of the tournaments, we're going to set those up for you. Those were released here today in the Class 3A, and we'll tell you where Atlantic's going to be and where Harlan's going to be coming up next. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We're back right after this.
Winter. Rolling Hills Bank and Trust.
Here at Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, we're dedicated to agriculture. That's why we offer various services that fit your growing ag needs. All our decisions are made locally by experienced lenders that truly understand the unique challenges of your operation. We're large enough to handle all your lending needs, yet small enough not to lose that personal touch. Our dedicated loan officers want to work with you to help your operation grow and thrive. Feel free to stop in and talk about how we can help your business succeed. Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McAdee Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McAdee Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McAdee Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
Tom Robinson here with Roger Warren. Our broadcast tonight powered by Nishtanet, our live video stream you can watch on Western Iowa Today TV. Go to westerniowatoday.com and just click on the live video. You can watch this game tonight. Of course, we have it on the radio here at 95.7 FM. We mentioned the tournament has been released for Class 3A and 4A now. And in the Class 3A Sub-State 8, ADM, Atlantic, Denison, Sleswig, Carroll, Bondurant, Farrar, Perry, Harlan Community, and Creston fill out that bracket. And so on Monday night, ADM, the number 1 seed, will host 8-seed Atlantic in that tournament. And then your 2 seed is Bondurant, Farrar. They'll play 7-seed Perry. Harlan Community is the 3rd seed, and they'll take on Creston. And Carroll, the 5th seed, will play 4th seed Denison Sleswig. Again, Atlantic ADM will play the winner of the Monarchs and the Tigers in that Thursday game. The sub-state semifinal round. The bottom side is Bondurant, Farrar, Perry, Harlan, and Creston. So Trojans certainly have their work cut out for them a week from tonight. But you know what? When you get to tournament time, it's, the season, it becomes a whole different season.
Absolutely. From a coach's standpoint, what you tell them is, hey, it's 0-0 right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are teams that come in, a 1 and 8 seed like in the state tournament, and the 8 seed ends up taking out the number 1. It's just, if you're playing at the right time and getting things done and the ball goes in the hole, it can make it, it makes a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Atlantic will play at Denison Sleswig tomorrow night. We will have tournament basketball. Exire HK will be on 95.7 FM, so we won't have that game tomorrow night. We will be in Cherokee on Wednesday, though, for that regional semifinal, and we will be in ADM 1 week from tonight for that boys sub-state quarterfinal against the Tigers. We look forward to that as well. Well, Harlan Community, they've won 3 of their last 4 games. They had a signature win, the Cyclones did. They beat Lewis Central on February 2nd, 63-54, one of the league leaders, and then topped Atlantic 53-33. They lost the trainer by the score of 84-56. But came back and beat Creston 68-45 last Friday night. And they're back here in Atlantic tonight in the face-off against the Trojans, a game that was postponed earlier because of that was during that cold snap, Roger Warren. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we made it through it. Just about 2 weeks of, you really didn't do anything.
It was frigid, to say the least.
Yeah.
And plus a lot of snow, and, boy, it's just amazing what a difference a couple of days make. And it warmed up right away, thank goodness. And we've got great weather now. It looks like we're going to cool off to more normal temperatures here as we get into later on in the week. Going back to that Class 3A bracket here, probably wondering where's Glenwood at and Lewis Central. Well, they're in Sub-State 1. MOC Floyd Valley is the number 1 seed in that tournament. Bishop Heelan, Sioux City is the 2 seed. Sergeant Bluff Luton, the 3 seed. 4 seed is Lewis Central. Glenwood, 5 seed. And the 6th seed is Storm Lake. Sioux Center, 7th seed. Lamar's 8th. So MOC Floyd Valley will take on Lamar's. Lewis Central and Glenwood will go at it, a 4 and a 5. Now the Hawkeye 10 Conference.
They should be familiar with each other.
Absolutely. They'll face off. Then Bishop Heelan will play Sioux Center, and Sergeant Bluff Luton will take on Storm Lake in that Sub-State 1 in Class 3A. So matchup tonight, Atlantic and Harlan. And Roger, Tuesday night, and Coach Osborne, he always comes up with some great defensive schemes. And Erlmeyer was following Colton Rasmussen like a little brother and a big brother all night long. And Colton was hobbled by an injury during the game, obviously. Played much better Friday night on that leg, and we look to see him close to 100% here tonight. I know before the freshman game here this afternoon, he was working with Andy Neiman, the trainer, on that leg. But we'll see what Coach brings out tonight. But, Rass has seen that kind of defense all year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we watched several games where, whether you want to call it a junk defense, the boxing one is always there. But you can also play that man-to-man, and that guy, you don't leave him. You pester him, but that's where you got to step up and get him off of screens, get him going, those type of things. When he was hobbled, it's a little tougher to make those cuts and stuff like that to get away from people.
Yeah.
So, he looked much better Friday night. And, Andy's done some wonderful things on bumps and bruises for these kids. So it's look for him to be pretty close to full strength.
Yeah, looking forward to this one here tonight. We're going to take another 2-minute break. We'll be back right after this with more pregame.
The Cass Health Farm. Olson's BP in Atlantic is the keep you going store, and they'll keep you going all day long with breakfast selections like breakfast burritos, breakfast sandwiches, and breakfast staples like biscuits and gravy. For lunch, what better place to stop than Olson's BP? With burgers, Champ's chicken sandwiches, and Godfather's personal pizzas, you're sure to be refueled for that afternoon grind. And after a long day of work, let Olson's BP do the cooking for you. Hot and fresh Champ's chicken with all the sides and every kind of pizza topping you can think of on your Godfather's pizza. It's Olson's BP on 2nd Street in Atlantic, the Keep You Going store.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8065 or visit swita.com to schedule your ride.
Outfitters Plus in Atlantic is making it easier for teams, coaches, groups, and you to host your group's orders online with their online store. Custom printed shirts, sweatshirts, all of your team apparel. Outfitters will design the graphics, post them on the web, give you the link to share with your team or group, and they can order themselves, all online. No more order forms to lose, sizes to keep track of, or money to hold on
to. Atlantic Trojan Sports on KS 95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic. Tom Robinson with Roger Warren, a former All-State basketball player, football player, Iowa State alum, and on that ISU team as a kicker, and I think you would have been get some time at tight end there as well. But great to have you here, Roger. Of course, played in the state tournament basketball team back in the day. Runner-up in Class 3A. I won't name the year, but it's been a while. And
you want to tell our age there, right?
We, of course, are classmates as well. And I tell you what, talk about some of the keys here, and really for both squads, Harlan and Atlantic. I mean, what's it going to take?
Well, one of the things I remember from not only playing against these guys, coaching against these guys at the JV level, at the varsity levels, you have to guard your man. They like to throw up the three and those type of things, and they're going to penetrate, set the high screens, and try to kick out and get the threes. And if you let them do that and try to sag off and take that away, it's not going to work. You're just hoping they're not going to make anything. Switching up the defenses every once in a while, throwing a zone out there can get them a little off balance, but you just got to play good, solid defense. And, as with basketball, you got to hit the shots. You got to hit your bunnies for sure.
Yeah.
The ones that you get inside the paint, those got to go down. So
Atlantic will be in their home white uniforms. They're warming up on our left on your video screen there. Harlan, the road red, shooting here on the right as well. A broadcast brought to you by the Fish Store and Pet Center, your local one-stop pet shop in downtown Atlantic. When we look at these two teams comparatively, Colton Rasmussen of Atlantic averaging 27 points a game. He is and has been the Class 3A top leading scorer, and he's still right up there in the top two here with 538 points on the season. Right after Christmas break, he reached the 1,000 career point mark. Also for Atlantic, Gavin McLaren, he's really been solid as of late, averaging 13 points a game, and Nolan Waters just under 9 points a contest. Those are your leaders for Atlantic. Cyclones are pretty balanced here as far as their scorers. Franz Rice, the 6'5" post player, averaging 12.5 a game inside, and you have guys like Will Arkfeld and Braden Eggers who can hit the three-point shot. Harlan's made 123s on the season, and Atlantic so far has made 136 threes so far this year. Braden Eggers averaging 7.2 a game. Quinn Casters will get a start tonight, averaging 4.2 a contest. And Jason Ohlmeyer, 10 points an outing for the Cyclones. Also, Will Arkfield averaging 7.1. He lit it up on his home court here a week ago with about 7 points, but he had 12 and all from behind the arc. Also, Joseph Rice will not be in the lineup tonight. Averaged about 7 coming in. And Franz Rice, as I mentioned, averaging 12.5. So the Cyclones have a good inside-outside game. Nolan Waters, I'll tell you what, this guy can hit the three. The Trojans have that same type of game with you get Rasmussen hot. He can hit anywhere on the floor, inside and outside, right? And you got to get him hot tonight. He's going to have to get his point.
Yeah, he's going to have to, Ras get his 25 to 30. But Nolan Waters is huge. If you can get that ball inside, get those kickouts from the inside out, you get a lot better look at it because you're squared up ready to shoot the ball. McLaren, just take care of business down below. Just be that vacuum cleaner. Clean them up. Get your garbage points. And that's going to be big. You got a 6'5" guy. Gavin's about 6'3", got a little more weight to him. But when the shot goes up, you better get a body on a body. And I mean hard.
Yep, and it's going to be physical, there's no doubt. Hey, we'll get to the Coaches Show. It's brought to you by McAtee Tire and Service, your headquarters for all your automotive repairs and Goodyear tires at 100 West 2nd Street in Atlantic. We're going to hear from Atlantic head coach Dalton Franken right after this from McAtee Tire.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McAtee Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McAtee Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McAtee Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
And welcome back to the McAtee Tire Coaches Show. McAtee Tire and Service, your headquarters for all of your automotive repairs and Goodyear tires at 100 West 2nd Street in Atlantic. Well, Atlantic and Harlan square off in a boys basketball game tonight here in Atlantic, and this will be the second meeting between these two teams in less than 1 week. Harlan topped the Trojans on their home court on February 6th, 53-33. Meanwhile, the Trojans are coming off a 67-65 overtime win over Lennox last Friday night. Lennox head coach Dalton Franken says they knew they had a size advantage and wanted to get the ball inside. The Trojan 6'2 sophomore Gavin McLaren came through with 20 points and 11 rebounds.
Yeah, Gavin had a great game for us. Was really active in the high post against their 2-3 zone as well as in their junk box and one defense there. So was really proud of Gavin, and he finished really well down low, was very active for us, and we needed him to be.
Colton Rasmussen played a big part in the Trojans' fourth quarter run with 13 points and added another key free throw in overtime. The 6'3 senior finished with 33 points.
Really proud of the way Ras bounced back and fought through. He's not 100%, but he sure looked like it tonight, so he played well.
And Nolan Waters buried a key three-point shot to start that overtime period.
He kind of been quiet in the second half, so props to him for stepping up, didn't shy away from the moment. It was a big shot for us. And Hudson McLaren, he had a rough start to the game. They got on him a little bit, but he responded well. He's a tough kid, and he didn't shy away from the moment. We had him in there in crunch time, and he didn't shy away from the moment at all. So proud of the whole team.
Brock Anderson came off the bench and had a solid performance.
Brock was big for us. I know he had a few blocks for us there at the rim. He was protecting the rim for us. He did a great job doing that. He had some big rebounds. And Brock does a ton of stuff, just like Tyrell Williams does. They do a ton of stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. Brock's a great screener. He's developed into a really good screener this year. And I know that's not every kid's dream is to be called a good screener, but that impacts winning. Those are winning plays. Those are winning efforts. And that's really what I try to stress to Brock. It's not going to show up in the stat sheet. Same thing with Tyrell. But those are winning plays, winning efforts, and somebody's got to do them. And you got to be a team-first guy to do that. And Brock and Tyrell both do a really good job of that.
And Coach Franken says the game tonight with Harlan will be another battle. He had the Trojans match up pretty well inside.
The biggest thing was they just kind of beat us up on the offensive glass the first time we played them, and we struggled against their junk defense and against their 2-3 zone defense, but we'll be ready to battle. We just gotta start on the defensive end, take away their sets, keep them off the offensive glass, limit them to one shot, and be patient on the offensive end. And I I like our matchup with them. We just have to execute.
Harlan post player Franz Rice got a double-double with 16 points and 10 rebounds. The Cyclones were productive outside the paint, while Arkfeld was 4 of 6 from beyond the three-point line and finished with 12 points. Gavin McLaren led Atlantic with 17. Atlantic enters the contest with a 6-14 record. Harlan is 12-7. Our coaches show is brought to you by McAtee Tire and Service, your headquarters for all of your automotive repairs, and Goodyear Tires at 100 West 2nd Street in Atlantic. Back with more right after
Good
these.
coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McAtee Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McAtee Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McAtee Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Hi everyone, it's Caitlin with your Atlantic IV. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It is free to you and gives you instant savings. If you're not signed up, no worries. We can, in-store, while you're shopping, or at the checkout, sign you up. Super quick, super easy for the instant savings. No need to wait, scan the card, you got the deals. Deals so good you won't find them anywhere else. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It is free to you and gives you instant savings. We can, in-store, while you're shopping, or at the checkout, sign you up. As always, thank you for shopping your Atlantic IV.
Elkhart Plastics in Atlantic has a career opportunity for you. They're currently looking to hire first and second shift oven operators, first shift assemblers, and maintenance personnel, along with competitive pay and shift differential offered for second shift. Elkhart Plastics offers medical, dental, vision, company-paid life and disability plans, as well as vacation, paid holidays, education reimbursement, and retirement savings plans. Go to myersindustries.com/careers to view openings and fill out an application. Elkhart Plastics is an equal opportunity and affirmative action employer.
Test.
And welcome back to Atlantic. They lost that audio there for just a little bit. I think we've got it back here now.
Well, yeah, we're talking.
There we go. And we'll test out our commercials here as well. So sorry about that, folks. It's
The perfect companion is waiting for you at the Fish Store Pet Center in Atlantic. Pick out a furry guinea pig, hamster, or mouse. Maybe something feathered. They have an aviary full of birds to choose from. What about something scaly, like a snake, lizard, or hermit crab?
You know what? Like I said, just a matter of take care of business. I think it'll be a good ball game. I think it's going to be a lot closer than the 20 points it was here almost a week ago. It's actually the final home game for the Atlantic boys, so time to show up.
No doubt about it. With Dennis and Slesvig tomorrow night, it'll be the final regular season game. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back right after this.
We are happy to announce that Rolling Hills Bank...
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
This segment of Did You Know by Amy Jo is about hydraulic hoses. Well, guess what? They break. And at the worst times possible, too. Atlantic Egg and Auto can build you a new hydraulic hose most of the time faster than it takes you to even get to town. Now, don't begin a ticket race into town to see me. Since you're here, you might as well get more hydraulic fluid, shop towels, detailing supplies, and fresh cab to keep those rodents out. Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto, your only locally
5.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic. And Tom Robinson here with Roger Warren as we get set for the starting lineups here in Atlantic and the opening tip-off coming up here in just a moment as we take a look at the Harlan Cyclones head coach, longtime head coach, Hall of Famer Mitch Osborne, assisted by Nick Christensen and Chad Swanson, Dean Mosier, and Kevin Osborne, the coaches for the Cyclones. Head coach for Atlantic, first-year head coach Dalton Franken, assisted by Jeremy Blake, Nathan Block, Zach Christensen, and J.C. Hoig. The managers, Gracie DeArmond, Laura Funk, and Hallie Robinson, the managers for the Atlantic boys basketball team. So as we look at the starting lineups, we'll start off with Harlan, the visitors tonight here in Atlantic. Braden Eggers, a 5'8 senior, will get a start. Jason Erlmeyer, a 5'10 senior. Will Arkfeld, a 6'2 senior. Franz Rice, a 6'5 senior, and Quinn Kessler's a 5'10 senior in the line. He started some of the games this year for the Cyclones. He's in the lineup on Friday night, and he also was a starter tonight for Joseph Rice, who is out with an injury. Eggers enters the contest averaging 7.2 points contest. Jason Erlmeyer averaging 10 points a game, and Will Arkfeld for Harlan Community averaging 7.1. Franz Rice 12.5, and Quinn Kessler's starting here tonight averaging right at 4.2 a game. For Atlantic, Nolan Waters will get a start, a 5'10 senior. Waters averaging just under 9 a game. Tyrell Williams, a 5'11 senior, starting for Atlantic. He's averaging about 3 points a contest. Colton Rasmussen averaging 27 points a game for Atlantic, 538 total points on the season. Gavin McLaren, a 6'2 sophomore, and Hudson McLaren, a 5'10 sophomore, starting for the Atlantic Trojans. When you look at the size here for Atlantic, Trojans go 5'10, 5'11, 6'3, 6'2, and 5'10. And for Harlan Community, they go 5'8, 5'10, 6'2, 6'5, and a 5'10. So similar in size, Roger.
You bet. It's just a matter of how they match up. Sometimes you got shorter guys on taller guys just because you're a little quicker, and but probably a pretty good matchup.
No doubt about it. And the Cyclones being introduced right now. Franz Rice coming out. He's being introduced as well. And then we'll see the Atlantic Trojans. Atlantic archery team, the seniors honored here before this game. And I'll tell you what, Clint Rowland, he's got it going on with that archery team. He named their starters for the state tournament. That'll be held a week from this weekend. So that'll be I believe the 2 weeks they'll have the archery tournament. That first weekend in March, they're going to have a clinic coming up in Atlantic, I believe, this weekend in between times. But they'll now practice and get ready. They have one of the state's top shooters. That's Grant Petty, who has shot a .297 this season. He's number one in the state in bullseye and 3D, I should say. And what a year he's having. Of course, he also plays football and basketball, runs track and plays baseball. For Atlantic, an all-around athlete, and he's also shooting arrows as well and doing quite well at it.
He's been shooting arrows a long time, I tell you what. That's almost like bowling a 300.
Yeah, there you go. That's hard to do, there's no doubt about it. Well, our opening tip-off is brought to you by the First Whitney Bank. They're the only bank you'll ever need. First Whitney Bank. We're back close to the tip here in a moment.
Work seems a lot less like...
Hi everyone, it's Caitlin with your Atlantic Hy-Vee. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It is free to you and gives you instant savings. If you're not signed up, no worries. We can, in-store, while you're shopping, or at the checkout, sign you up. Super quick, super easy for the instant savings. No need to wait. Scan the card, you got the deals. Deals so good you won't find them anywhere else. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It is free to you and gives you instant savings. We can, in-store, while you're shopping, or at the checkout, sign you up. As always, thank you for shopping your Atlantic Hy-Vee.
Here we go, Atlantic and Harlan in a Hawkeye 10 Conference matchup here tonight. Once again, Braden Eggers, Jason Earlmeyer, Will Arkfeld, Franz Rice, and Quinn Kesters for Atlantic Nolan Waters. Tyrell Williams, Colton Rasmussen, Gavin McLaren, and Hudson McLaren. And you can watch it here on our WesternIowaToday.com TV, powered by Nishnanet, and on the radio here at 95.7 FM. Rice and Rasmussen will jump it up. Harlan moving left to right, Atlantic right to left. Atlantic comes out with Tyra Williams around the ring. Nolan Waters and Kesters is along the ring, as well as Earlmeyer. Arkfeld is back with Eggers. Here we go, getting set to go, and here's the toss, controlled by Rice of Harlan. And the Cyclones will start with the basketball in the front court. Across the timeline, Eggers off the screen right. Looks for a cutter, finds right wing. Earlmeyer throws it away. Gab McLaren with a steal for Atlantic. And the Trojans possession front court. Nolan Waters, top of the circle for Atlantic, just underway here. Our score brought to you by the Seed Pros. They're by your side to maximize yields from the word go. Contact John Becker, Mark Ben Tiger, Gary Dinkla, and Nick Knutson. Skip pass to Rasmussen. Again, he is guarded closely in that box and one. Raj will pick up that defense. Hudson McLaren left baseline, back out to Waters. Waters working high and left. Dumps it low to Gavin McLaren. He'll take it to the rim. Hook shot, no good. Rebound Arkfeld for Harlan. Stolen by Waters. Put back is good.
Oh, nice play. Nice play.
Waters with the steal.
Way to stay with it.
And Atlantic takes a 2-0 lead of the Seed Pros scoreboard. Cyclones in the front court. Waters just picked his pocket, put it up and in. Drive by Kesters, missed the shot, blocked inside. Kick out Hudson McLaren front court. Back out to Nolan Waters. Hudson high and right, drives, runner up, it is no good. Rebound Kesters for Harlan. He'll get out to Eggers, and a foul called on Atlantic here early. With 6:48 to go first quarter, your score brought to you by the Seed Pros.
That was a good-looking shot by McLaren.
We'll go back.
It didn't drop.
And go back, the defensive steal by Waters. He just slapped it away and has somewhat of a tough shot to get it in the bucket. Atlantic up 2-0. Eggers near side to Quinn Kesters, out top Arkfeld. He'll swing it left side. Arkfeld had four three-point shots against Atlantic the first time out here about 6 days ago. Harlan won that game 53-33. Atlantic up 2-0 early, and the ball out of bounds. It'll be Arkfeld to toss it in for Harlan. Left side of the basket. Lobs it way out top to Kesters. Hands it off to Earlmeyer. He'll take it near side to Eggers. Eggers looks for Rice inside, covered by Gab McLaren. Cyclones top of the circle, setting up the offense. Patient. 24 seconds on the shot clock, a lot of time. Pass left wing Kesters. Atlantic comes out in the man-to-man defense. Kesters against Rasmussen, takes him to inside the block, turns and shoots, no good. And the rebound, Waters for Atlantic. You got to give Gavin.
Yeah, but he boxed him out, yes. Kept him off the board.
Rasmussen tries, baseline cut off. He'll stop and pop. It's good! Rasmussen, a fall-away J for the baseline. Atlantic up 4-0 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Much different start than the first time they played. Eggers top of the circle for Harlan Community, off the screen, dribbles left. On the dribble inside the block, kicks it right side, Kesters. He'll take it to the rim, baseline drive, shot blocked by Rasmussen. McLaren scoops it up out to Rasmussen to the front court. He'll lob off the glass, good! What a shot by Rasmussen. A runner off the left side, out the window and in. Atlantic with a 6-0 run here in this first quarter. Cyclones with the basketball, left wing. Earlmeyer out top to Eggers, off the screen from Arkfeld. Will back up behind the top of the circle. Left wing, Earlmeyer. Eggers picked up by Hudson McLaren. He'll fire a deep three. Good, Eggers with a deep three, knocked it down. And the Cyclones on the board. Atlantic up 6-3 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Eggers with his 22nd three-point shot of the season. Atlantic in the front court. Rasmussen high and right. Works between the rings for the Trojans. Lose the ball, and it's stolen away. Picked off by Earlmeyer. He'll bring it across the timeline for the Cyclones. Baseline drive, Arkfeld back out top to Earlmeyer. Arkfeld left baseline, Earlmeyer. He'll leave it off to Eggers, top of the circle. 4:37 to play first quarter. High post to Franz Rice. He's had limited touches here early on. Earlmeyer, near side. Arkfeld, top of the circle. He'll launch the three. No good. Rebound, Hudson McLaren, the sophomore for Atlantic. Pass ahead to Rasmussen. Picked up by Erlmeyer. He'll take it to the rim. Layup is good. Atlantic up 8-3. Rasmussen with 6 of the 8 points for Atlantic early. 4:09 to play, first quarter. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. Pass near side to Kesters. Guarded by Rasmussen. Dumps it low and a reach and foul on Gavin McLaren. And that'll be the first on Atlantic, or third on Atlantic.
That's 2 on him.
And 2 on Gavin early. So the ball will be out of bounds, and it'll be the Cyclones basketball with 3:59 to play first quarter. Atlantic came out hot. They took a 6-0 lead with Waters' takeaway and layup, and then Rasmussen hit a couple of shots inside the arc. Cyclones got a 3-point shot from Eggers, and then Rasmussen dumped in a 2 to lead 8-3. Trojans lead. Inbounds pass, Eggers. They'll go back down low, and Williams with a foul for Atlantic. That's 4 on the Trojans early.
Yep.
So the Cyclones will throw the ball in from the left side of the basket. Arkfeld will toss it in for Harlan Community. He'll get it way out top. In the lineup now for Harlan is Cade Sears. So we mentioned Sears' injury, but he's in the lineup here. They go baseline drive. Erlmeyer stops, pops, and it is no good. And the Trojans knock it out of bounds. McLaren was there.
They were all 3 of them there. Nobody wanted to grab it.
Hudson kind of timed his jump there. But the Trojans' rebounding has been solid here early. That was one of the keys.
You bet.
The coach
Pretty good box out.
Talked about. Franz Rice inside, muscles one up, and it is no good. Rothman Bestie in there for Atlantic as well. Rasmussen across the half-court line. Works the ball at the top. Left side to Waters. Forgot something and went back and got it. Baseline to Tyrell Williams. Rothman Bestie out top. Rasmussen for 3. No good. Rebound to Bestie. Bestie the block. Hook shot up. No good. The ball tapped out by the Trojans. Harlan's ball. So did Bestie with a rebound and had a good look there with that hook shot. Cyclones will bring it left to right with 3:20 to play. First quarter of your Seed Pros scoreboard.
I think he needs to take it at him just to get some fouls.
Then Bestie in for Gavin McLaren, who had some quick fouls early. Eggers top of the circle on the bounce. Atlantic in a 2-3 zone right now. Out to Eggers, he'll fire a 3, no good. Rebound Rasmussen for the Trojans on the move. Pass ahead to Williams, to Waters, and stolen away by Eggers. Cyclones on the move. Eggers left wing, baseline. Hook shot up, no good, and the rebound comes off to Ben Leiden now in the ballgame for Harlan Community. He fouls the Trojans. Leiden with
aggressive
a foul.
rebound. He just got a little over the back.
Hey, Ben Leiden, he'll give you some good minutes for Harlan. There's no doubt. Aggressive player. He's 6'2" and a junior. So Coach Osborne going to his bench here early on as well. Hudson McLaren, top of the circle. 2:43 to go first quarter. Hudson back out top to Waters. He'll fire up a 3. God! Waters with 5, and Coach Osborne wants a timeout. The Atlantic opens up an 11-3 lead. We're back in 30 seconds on 95.7 FM and live video streamed on westerniowatoday.com.
Atlantic Egg and...
The perfect companion is waiting for you at the Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic. Pick out a furry guinea pig, hamster, or mouse. Maybe something feathered. They have an aviary full of birds to choose from. What about something scaly, like a snake, lizard, or hermit crab? And it's in their name. A wide variety of fish are available at the Fish Store and Pet Center. Get all the food and accessories you need to keep that new addition to your family happy and healthy. The Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic, a pet lover's paradise.
Open up an 11-3 lead here early. And Ben Leiden will trigger the ball for the baseline. Atlantic drops back on that half-court zone defense with Williams playing the point. Eggers brings it across the half-court line. Atlantic up by 8. Pass left side, Erlmeyer. Leiden drives towards the block, turn, shot, no, block. Picked up by Rasmussen on the move to the front court. He'll finish, and it's good. Atlantic up 13-3. Rasmussen with 8 points here in the first quarter. Harlan with the ball. Eggers inside. Sears back to Eggers. Driving, slithers in, lays it up, and no good. Rebound Leiden. Put back is good, and Leiden gets the and one.
That's where you got to keep battling on them rebounds. Keep them off that second shot.
Score now 13-5. Atlantic with the lead on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Franz Rice back in, and Arkfeld comes out for Harlan Community. 2:01 on the clock here in this first quarter. And Rasmussen off to a great start, averaging 27. He already has 8 points in his first quarter. Linen completes the three-point play for the Cyclones. 13-6. Trojans' lead is cut to 7. They had a 10-point lead. Hudson McLaren across the timeline. Top of the circle for Atlantic. Looks for Waters and now lobs it over to Waters, top of the circle. Trojans possession front court. Waters back to McLaren, high and right. McLaren drives the elbow, back to Waters, wide open, fires a three, good! Waters back-to-back triples, Atlantic up 16-6 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Cyclones in the front court with Eggers off the screen, angles left, gives it off the line and baseline. They work the left side, line and drives the block, backdoor to Franz Rice. He'll take it to the rim, lays it up, and it is no good. Rebound Rasmussen for Atlantic, he'll hustle to the front. Trojans set it up in the front court. Rasmussen over to Waters. He has 2 straight three-point shots. Waters on the bounce. Shot blocked by Rice and a foul called on Franz Rice. With 1:06 to play in this first stanza, that'll put Waters on the free throw line.
No, I believe it's going to be out of bounds because he made the pass.
Good call, Roger. Thank you. So Waters will trigger from right side of the basket. Quinn Kesters comes in for Braden Eggers. And Waters will toss it in. He gets it out top to Williams and almost stolen by Quinn Kesters. Trojans keep it. Rasmussen dribbles between the rings. Now drives inside. Scoop shot, no good. Line and rebound. Lost the handle off of Atlantic. And the Cyclones will regain the ball with 56 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. Kesters will bring it across the half-court line for Harlan Community down by 10. Under 1 minute to play, first quarter. Cade Sears, left wing, high post to Franz Rice. Rice takes it to the rim. Baseline, Arkfeld, back to Rice inside. Franz shot, no good, a foul called on Nimbesti. I'll tell you, it's tough to guard Franz Rice.
It is. He's a big boy.
40 seconds to go in the first quarter of the Seed Pros scoreboard. Rice with 3 points. And the senior, 6'5" post player. Free throw is up and good.
Yeah, one of the things when you're playing that post defense, once in a while, you don't want to body him up. You don't want to know where he's at, or he doesn't want to know where you're at.
Rice's next free throw is missed. He 1 for 2 there. He has 1 point. It's Linen that has a 3. Atlantic with the ball up 16-7 on the Seed Pros scoreboard, and the basketball in the front court. Rasmussen leads it off for Hudson McLaren. Top of the circle, Waters, right wing. Back, skip past Hudson McLaren. Gives it up to Waters. 18 seconds to go in the first quarter. 10 on the shot clock. Atlantic will have to get one off before the game clock expires. Waters on the drive through traffic. Stops, leaves it off Hudson McLaren. Wide open 3, baseline shot, no good. Rebound is knocked around. The shot clock expires. It'll be Harlan's basketball with 5 seconds left.
No. The ball hit the rim before that buzzer went. Now we got to go. I bet we'll go alternate possession.
The buzzer did go off. You're right about that, Roger. There's 5 seconds left first quarter. Waters will throw it in.
Yeah. Atlantic secured the rebound after it came down, and then the buzzer went off.
Now there's 5 seconds of the game clock as well. Waters out top to Williams. Tyrell left side Waters. He'll put up a shot at 3. Got it! Waters with a 3-point shot at the buzzer. He has 3 threes here in this first quarter. Atlantic up 19-7 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. We're back in a minute.
Hi everyone, it's Caitlin with
Colton. With you more involved with farming, what have you observed?
Farmers don't just work harder, they farm smarter.
We've definitely seen that with the Enlist weed control system.
Oh yeah, application is dictated by the grow stage, not a set date on the calendar, and you can take mix with liberty.
Plus you have a post program that you don't have to worry about drifting into neighboring fields.
Nailed it. To learn more, contact the Seed Pros.
The Seed Pros, with you from the word go.
The Seed Pros, Mark Bantager, Gary Dinklett, Nick Knutson, and John Becker.
Rolling Hills Bank and Trust.
Here at Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, we're dedicated to agriculture. That's why we offer various services that fit your growing ag needs. All our decisions are made locally by experienced lenders that truly understand the unique challenges of your operation. We're large enough to handle all your lending needs, yet small enough not to lose that personal touch. Our dedicated loan officers want to work with you to help your operation grow and thrive. Feel free to stop in and talk about how we can help your business succeed. Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
And live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
Atlantic up 19-7, the Seed Pro scoreboard. Fill in the blank, Roger Warren. Atlantic is doing what right?
Well, the shots are going down, but they're playing great defense. They're just, making it physical, and the ball's not going in the hole for Harlan. And that's where the defense comes in.
Atlantic's getting rebounds as well. Trojans have possession, front court. Investing the block, left side Waters. He'll fire a three, no good off the mark. Ben Leinen with the rebound for Harlan. He'll leave it off for Eggers. Eggers brings it across for the Cyclones, top of the circle. Just underway second quarter. Atlantic up 19-7. Kester's out top to Eggers, guarded by Hudson McLaren. Atlantic in a man. Eggers, Cade Sears on the drive, lost the handle, and it's going to be Cyclones possession, last touched by the Trojans. So Harlan will inbounds, left side of the baskets. Braden Eggers will throw it in. And Erlmeyer will check back in for Quinn Kesters. Will Arkfeld will come back in for Ben Leinen. All starters in but one. That's Cade Sears in the lineup for the Cyclones. Arkfeld will toss it in baseline left. Cyclones have a ways to go to catch up. Into Sears, hook shot good.
Nice scoop shot.
Cade Sears with a big bucket for Harlan Community. And the Cyclones now within 10, Atlantic 19-9. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros as Waters brings it across for Atlantic front court possession. Williams high and right, baseline to Hudson McLaren. McLaren on the bounce. Will take it back out top to Waters. Waters surveys the court, holds the ball. Guarded by Eggers at the top now on the bounce left, Waters. He'll lob high post to Williams. Williams bounce pass baseline, Hudson McLaren. The sophomore on the drive, all the way under now into Dembesti. Hook shot off the glass, no good. Rebound long and picked up by Will Arkfeld. Kick out to Sears and Cade Sears to the front. Into Rice. Franz goes to work, puts it up and missed the shot. Rebound Hudson McLaren for Atlantic, outlet pass to Waters. Waters high and left. Holds the ball. Looks for a cutter. Now he finds a skip pass over to Hudson McLaren. McLaren on the bounce back to Waters. He'll work right wing. 6:20 to go. First quarter into Rasmussen. He'll stop. Pop. No. Rebound pulled down by Erlmeyer for Harlan Community.
He just didn't quite have his feet set to shoot that.
Erlmeyer will dump low to Rice. Layup up and good.
That was a good high-low.
Johns Rice with 3 points. A bucket and 1 for 2 for the free throw line. It's 19-11 Atlantic on the Seed Pros scoreboard. 5:59 to play first half. Trojans ball in front court. Hudson McLaren holds the ball. Off the Rasmussen, high and right near the half-court line. And Coach Dalton Franken wants a timeout. And we'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30. Atlantic 19, Harlan 11. 5:50 to go first half.
Get to the Super Bowl for Globe Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights. Perfect for birthdays, reunions, family and friend get-togethers, and date nights. They even have bumpers and ramps for the little ones. Globe Bowling, all the glow-in-the-dark fun you love. Plus, the friendly competition of bowling makes for a great night. Call Dan to schedule your next party at 243-4656. Globe Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights at the Super Bowl. Highway 71 in Atlantic.
Trojan Sports on KS 95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
Timeout call by Coach Franken of Atlantic, and the Trojans have the ball to the front court. Top of the circle, Nolan Waters for Atlantic. 5:44 to play first half. Pass right side to Gavin McLaren back in the game. Baseline to Williams. Back to Waters. Waters with 3 threes here in the first quarter. Hudson McLaren to Gavin McLaren, high and right. 2 of the shot clock, they got to get rid of it, and they didn't. Well, you got to credit Atlantic for patience, but they had to get one up.
Gavin probably should have let it go, let it fly.
5:23 to go. Atlantic with a shot clock violation turns it over to Harlan. Cyclones down by 8, 19-11. Across the timeline, Eggers. Cyclones front court possession. Left side, Arkfeld back to Eggers. Top back to Arkfeld, left wing. Into Franz. Rice turns, shoots, scores. Rice got behind the defense.
That was a good inlet pass.
And
Gavin did all he could to keep it from there.
Cyclones crawl back now within 6 of the Seed Pros scoreboard. Under 5 to play first half. Loop pass to Waters, top of the circle. Left baseline Williams into Gavin McLaren. He'll muscle one up, no good. Rebound Arkfeld for the Cyclones. He'll bring it across the timeline. Into Sears, Rice, and the ball thrown away. Gavin McLaren with a steal. Leaves it off for Hudson McLaren. Front court possession Atlantic. 4:36 to go. And the Trojans almost throw it away.
They wanted to do that one.
Grass high and right on the drive. Kick out Waters. He'll fire the three. No good. Rice rebound for the Cyclones. Kick out Sears. Cade Sears across the half-court line at 4:18 to go, second quarter. Harlan scratching and clawing their way back here. They were down by 10 points here in the first quarter. Baseline to Eggers. They're down 19-13 in the Seed Pros scoreboard at 4 minutes to go, second. Driving Eggers all the way, layup no good. Rebound McLaren for Atlantic. Well, the Trojans have been limiting the Cyclones to one shot, Roger.
Yeah, doing a good job of it.
Raspin shot, good. Rasmussen with 10. Atlantic now 21-13 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Harlan front court. 3:40 to go, first half. Bounce pass, Earlmeyer right wing. Looks out top to Cade Sears. Sears into Rice. Rice on McLaren. He'll take him to the rim. Followed by Jay. No good. Rebound Williams for Atlantic. Kick out Rasmussen ahead to Waters. Picked up by Cade Sears. Loop pass to Hudson McLaren high and right. 3:20 to go, first half. Trojans have 24 on the shot clock. Waters top of the key. Back to Gavin McLaren, right wing. He'll launch up a three, no good. Waters rebound, and he hits the deck, and travel called on Nolan Waters. Atlantic fans wanted a foul.
They wanted a foul. I've seen that happen before. They both go up. It doesn't look pretty, but that's probably the right call.
So the Harlan Cyclones have the ball. Nobody's committed a foul here in this second quarter with 3 minutes left. Top of the circle, Kesters. He'll take it right side. Arkfeld, he'll launch up a three. Good. Arkfeld had 4 threes against Atlantic in the first outing. He hits a big one here for Harlan Community. 21-16 Atlantic lead. Melts to 5 with 2:44 to go first half. Waters top of the key. Ball poked away. Waters gets it back. Bounce pass, high post, McLaren. He'll take it to the rim. And we've got a foul call on Ben Linen.
Well,
2:35 to go first half. We'll put Gab McLaren on the free throw line. A lot of contact, and Coach Osborne.
he put his head down, but the kid wasn't in front of him.
So Gab will shoot a pair for Atlantic. First one in flight, it is no good. Gavin's second free throw coming up for the Trojans. Gavin playing with two fouls here in this first half.
I would say you got to play a little smarter than that because you're taking a chance on that one.
Second free throw by the sophomore is in the air, and it is no good. He missed them both. And we've got another foul called as Williams tried to poke it to the rim, and they're going to call him for a foul.
Yep.
21-16, Atlantic leads by 5 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. They led 13-3, 16-6, and 19-7 at the end of one quarter play. Harlan outscored Atlantic here in the second. Rice takes it low, layup no good. Rebound McLaren again, limiting the Cyclones to one shot. Good rebounding by Atlantic. Rasmussen spinning, back out to Gavin McLaren, top of the circle. To Waters, back to McLaren, high and right. And Waters on the receiving end is stolen by Kesters. He'll take it up, and a block by McLaren. Picked up by Hudson. McLaren to the front court, and a ball stolen by Kesters.
You got to take care of the basketball.
Harlan gets it back. Earlmeyer left wing. Had a three, and Waters got a hand in his face to prevent it. And the Cyclones set it up with 24 on the shot clock. 1:47 to play. Atlantic up 21-16. Arkfeld over to Kesters. Quinn Kesters, right side. Cade Sears, step back threes off the mark. Rebound, Gab McLaren, and he couldn't quite hang on to it. Goes out of bounds.
Did everything he could.
Again, Atlantic is that board surrounded on the defensive end.
It's probably a good time to get Gavin out of there.
And that's exactly the case. Rothman Bestie will come in.
One of the things I'm noticing, if they keep going, they're better off playing behind Rice and make him make the shot. If they let the ball come up over the top, it's a guaranteed 2.
Inbounds to Kester's baseline left. Kester's on the drive in the block. Shot up and it is good. And the and one. Kester's gets the bucket and he's fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line. And the lead now 21-18. Atlantic's lead is melted away to 3. With Kester's getting the layup and 1, his first 2 of the game. Free throw is missed. And the ball knocked out by Dembesti of Atlantic. So Harlan will have another possession here.
Ross got to use what he's got to keep that big boy out of there.
And that takes a lot.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot, but you got to get low. You got to get low.
Out top there. Eggers for 3, blocked by Hudson McLaren. Picked up by Rice. He'll take it up, and it is no good. Rice rebound, too far under in the block, and Waters takes it away. Waters on the move, slithers in, layup blocked out of bounds by Cade Sears. Atlantic will have it baseline. Boy, Waters having a good first half.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a good move.
Waters,
but he was a little out of control. Otherwise, he might have got the call.
Waters with 11, 21-18, Atlantic by 3 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. 1:13 to go first half. Waters to toss it in. Williams down low, stolen by Rice. Cyclones will have possession. Cade Sears will bring it across the timeline in methodical fashion. Atlantic in a half-court man defense. 1 minute left. There's Cade Sears driving, layup, good. Whoa. Sears showed his athleticism right there.
Yes, he did.
21-20, Atlantic's lead is 1. On the Seed Pro scoreboard, 50 seconds to play, first half. Waters high and right. Ropton Bestie will put on a screen, and now we've got a whistle. And there's going to be a foul called. Kesters and Sears were chasing Rasmussen on the far side, and they've got a foul. Rasmussen draws a crowd. He's like a magnet. 21-20, Atlantic with a 1-point lead. And the Trojans will inbounds from the baseline, left side of the hoop. Waters will toss it in. Out top, Williams. High and left, Hudson McLaren. He'll fire a 3. God!
They need that. They definitely need that. He's got to have that confidence to shoot that thing.
24-20.
Because they're going to leave him open.
And he was wide open.
He was. And you don't hesitate. You got to step up and do it.
26 seconds to go, first half. Eggers on the bounce, top of the circle, leaves it off for Quinn Kesters at 20 on the clock. Down to 18. Harlan down 24-20. Eggers high and left, 14 seconds on the clock. Eggers dribbling high and left near the half-court line at 10. Now heads for the LF baseline at 9. Driving Kesters at 6. Ball is loose. Kester gets it back, fires it up at 3. Rebound in Bestie at 1. And that's going to be it here in the first half. Atlantic with a 24-20 lead on the Seed Pro scoreboard. We've got a game.
Yes, we do.
Don't go away. Our halftime brought to you by Olson's BP and Olson's Fuel. Your home for the great Godfather's Pizza.
The perfect companion is waiting for you at the Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic. Pick out a furry guinea pig, hamster, or mouse. Maybe something feathered. They have an aviary full of birds to choose from. What about something scaly, like a snake, lizard, or hermit crab? And it's in their name. A wide variety of fish are available at the Fish Store and Pet Center. Get all the food and accessories you need to keep that new addition to your family happy and healthy. The Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic, a pet lover's paradise.
They trailed 19-7 after one quarter of play. They outscored the Trojans 17-5 in that second quarter. And for the Cyclones, they're led in scoring by Franz Rice. He has 5 points. Cade Sears with 4. 3 points for Will Arkfeld, 3 for Braden Eggers. And Ben Leiden has 3 as well, a 3-point play. For Atlantic, Colton Rasmussen had an 8 points in that first quarter. Nolan Waters had 11. They carried the load for Atlantic, scoring the 19 points for the Trojans. And then things went really cold in that second quarter.
Yeah.
Really, Rasmussen had 1 bucket, and then Hudson McLaren really had the big 3, as you mentioned, Roger, to give Atlantic that 24-20 lead. But again, the Cyclones just scratched and clawed their way back, and talk about that second quarter for Harlan Community.
Well, I mean, they started playing, better defense at the other end. Trojans didn't make shots, and Harlan started taking it in the middle. They were getting stops on one end, making it on the other. Had a few free throws thrown in there. I mean, it's still anybody's ball game. You just don't let them get a run.
Well, we've got some dancers here at halftime, and they've got their black and gold on, and this is Villa Dance.
Yes, it is.
They've got a lot of kids out there, and kind of fun to watch here. I've got a granddaughter out there somewhere.
Well, I'm looking for mine, too.
You got one, too. Our halftime brought to you by Olson's BP and Olson's Fuel. Your home for the great Godfather's Pizza. Back with more halftime right after this.
Yes, 95.7 is KSW.
First Windy Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Windy Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
BP in Atlantic, the Keep You Going store.
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8065 or visit swita.com to schedule your ride.
Outfitters Plus in Atlantic is making it easier for teams, coaches, groups, and you to host your group's orders online with their online store. Custom printed shirts, sweatshirts, all of your team apparel. Outfitters will design the graphics, post them on the web, give you the link to share with your team or group, and they can order themselves, all online. No more order forms to lose, sizes to keep track of, or money to hold on to. Let Outfitters Plus set up an online store for your team or group today. Give them a call at 243-4379. That's 243-4379. Outfitters Plus in Atlantic.
Point lead on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Let's go back and take a look here and recap that first half of play. Atlantic took a 6-0 lead right out of the gate. Harlan then got a 3-point shot by Braden Eggers to make it 6-3. But the Trojans rolled off 7 straight. They led 13-3. Cyclones closed the gap to 13-6. Atlantic able to finish off the first quarter with a 16-7 lead, and then they got that 2-point shot at the end by Waters to make it 19-7 at the end of the first quarter. What was going right for Atlantic in that first quarter?
Well, when Waters hits 3 3-pointers, that makes a huge difference. And, playing good defense on the other end, limiting them to one shot. Rebounding hard. I mean, you just got to keep playing that physical basketball. They're going to chase Rasmussen all the way around the court, and it seemed like every time they come down, if you could get the ball to Rasmussen early, good things happen. So it's, but Gavin's got to stay out of foul trouble, and just keep battling with the Reese kid the whole night.
Gavin McLaren with 2 fouls got back in there in the second quarter. Well, the second quarter was a different story. The Cyclones outscoring Atlantic 13-5. Trojans gave up that first bucket in the second quarter. They led 19-9. Then the Harlan Cyclones went on a roll, and they scored 6 straight to make it 19-13. Atlantic got a bucket, 21-13. And then Harlan went on another run, and they had 7 more. 7-0 run again to make it a 21-20 game. Atlantic. But the Trojans able to get that bucket. That 3-point shot from Hudson McLaren was big. Late second quarter, make it 24-20 here at the halftime break. What's interesting is Atlantic has never trailed in that first half. And another interesting factor is the Trojans only scored 33 against Harlan a week ago or 6 days ago. And they've already got 24 here tonight. Cyclones won that one 53-33. So talk about what needs to be done in the second half.
Well, I'll tell you what, just watching I think Rasmus is going to still get his points. I mean, he's going to get somewhere between 20 and 25. Gavin just needs to clean up on the boards, but you've got to have McLaren and, Waters has got his 11. He's got to have a couple of more, but I'll tell you what, McLaren and Williams, somewhere along the line, they've got to be able to contribute, somewhere in that 5 to 7 point range just to keep things going, because they're going to leave them open.
What about Harlan Community? And it's interesting, the Trojans are getting those defensive rebounds.
Yeah, it just, limited one shot. I'll tell you what, when that shot goes up, you better turn around real quick and get a body on somebody, so at least they got to go over your back to get it. And that's effort. I'll put it that way. Rebounding is all effort.
We'll take a look at the first half scoring right after this 2-minute break. The Atlantic 24-20 with the lead over Harlan Community here at halftime. We're back in a couple of minutes.
Nobody has delivered more. Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
Colton, with you more involved with farming, what have you observed?
Farmers don't just work harder, they farm smarter.
We've definitely seen that with the Enlist weed control system.
Oh yeah, application is dictated by the growth stage, not a set date on the calendar, and you can take mix with liberty.
Plus, you have a post program that you don't have to worry about drifting into neighboring fields.
Nailed it. To learn more, contact the Seed Pros.
The Seed Pros, with you from the word go.
The Seed Pros, Mark Bantacker, Gary Dinklett, Nick Knutson, and John Becker.
Olson's BP in Atlantic is the keep you going store, and they'll keep you going all day long with breakfast selections like breakfast burritos, breakfast sandwiches, and breakfast staples like biscuits and gravy. For lunch, what better place to stop than Olson's BP? With burgers, Champ's chicken sandwiches, and Godfather's personal pizzas, you're sure to be refueled for that afternoon grind. And after a long day of work, let Olson's BP do the cooking for you. Hot and fresh Champ's chicken with all the sides and every kind of pizza topping you can think of on your Godfather's pizza. It's Olson's BP on 2nd Street in Atlantic, the Keep You Going store.
Rice with 5 points. He was 1 for 2 from the line and 4 points via field goals. And Ben Linen came off the bench in that first quarter and put in 3. Wincaster's 2 and Cade Sears. Good to see him back in there for Harlan Community. Well, he adds that athleticism in there.
Oh, yeah.
And he has 4 points.
Some impressive moves.
For Atlantic, Nolan Waters, what a first quarter he had. He had 11 points in the first quarter. Now he was shut down in the second. He had some shots, but they weren't firing, and we'll see what he can do coming out of the third quarter. And Colton Rasmussen, who was held to 4 points in the first meeting here on February the 6th, he had 4 that night. He already has 10 in the game tonight, and Hudson McLaren had that big 3-point shot at the end of the second quarter to make it a 24-20 Atlantic lead. Trojans have never trailed here in the first half, but the Cyclones came out big in that second quarter, outscoring Atlantic 13-5. We're at halftime here in Atlantic, and the Cyclones back on the floor warming up. We'll take another 1-minute timeout, and we're back right after these on 95.7 FM and our live video stream, westerniowatoday.com. It's powered by Nishdanet.
Hi everyone, it's Kate.
First Windy Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Windy Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Get to the Super Bowl for Globe Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights. Perfect for birthdays, reunions, family and friend get-togethers, and date nights. They even have bumpers and ramps for the little ones. Globe Bowling, all the glow-in-the-dark fun you love. Plus, the friendly competition of bowling makes for a great night. Call Dan to schedule your next party at 243-4656. Globe Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights at the Super Bowl, Highway 71 in Atlantic.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McAdee Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McAdee Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McAdee Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Break, and we'll get set for the second half here on 95.7 FM and our live video stream, westerniowatoday.com, powered by Nishtanet.
Atlantic Ag and Auto, your locally owned CarQuest.
Olson's BP in Atlantic is the keep you going store, and they'll keep you going all day long with breakfast selections like breakfast burritos, breakfast sandwiches, and breakfast staples like biscuits and gravy. For lunch, what better place to stop than Olson's BP? With burgers, Champ's chicken sandwiches, and Godfather's personal pizzas, you're sure to be refueled for that afternoon grind. And after a long day of work, let Olson's BP do the cooking for you. Hot and fresh Champ's chicken with all the sides and every kind of pizza topping you can think of on your Godfather's pizza. It's Olson's BP on 2nd Street in Atlantic, the Keep You Going store.
Made that big comeback in the second quarter. We'll see what Atlantic can do. They were held to just 5 in that second stanza. Harlan will have the ball to start the second half. So really looking forward to the second half, Roger Warren.
Yep. Like I said, they just keep playing.
So the Trojans,
a lot of times Harlan comes out in this third period and they open it up, and you just can't let that run get started.
Well, when you talk about opening it up, they just had 2 threes in that first half. And we'll see what they do here in the second. Atlantic is going to come out in man-to-man defense, I believe. Rasmussen will be on Cade Sears, who's going to start the second half. Williams will be on Rice. I think both of them, Gavin McLaren, on Rice as well.
Yep.
We got Williams guarding Arkfeld. Eggers to Rice, high post, we're underway second half. Rice left wing. Arkfeld back to Rice, low block. He'll take it up, and it is no good. Rebound McLaren for Atlantic. Snags the board, leaves it off for Waters. He'll bring it across the half-court line. Underway third quarter. Again, the Trojans getting those defensive rebounds. Waters left wing. He'll take it up. Runner off, and it is good. What a way to start the second half. Waters with the runner. And Atlantic takes a 26-20 lead on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Cyclones possession front court. Pass left wing. Arkfeld tipped away by McLaren. Eggers runs it down for Harlan. Baseline Arkfeld. He'll fire a 3. In and out. Rebound Hudson McLaren for Atlantic ahead of Waters. Trojans possession front court. Waters fires a three off the front iron. Rebound Cade Sears for Harlan. He'll dribble across the half-court line. Cyclones possession front court. 1 minute in, second half. Trojans by 6. They've never trailed in the game so far. Sears back out to Eggers. Now Sears left wing. Eggers top of the circle against Hudson McLaren. Back to Sears. He'll take it right side. Erlmeyer for three. Got it. Erlmeyer hit a big three. His first bucket.
That's what you got to kind of eliminate. Is to don't let them drive and kick it out. Stay on them.
26-23. Erlmeyer with a huge three for the Cyclones. Atlantic in the front court. Possession Waters. He'll whip it over left side to Hudson McLaren. Baseline Gavin. He'll stop and pop a three. No good. Rebound Eggers.
Good stroke.
6:20 to go. Third. Here's Arkfeld. Lost the ball. Picked up by Rasmussen. He's going to stuff it. Nope, he's going to lay it in. Nonetheless, it all counts the same.
Yes, it does. Well, he had somebody that could jump just as high as he could coming down there, so he had to play it smart.
12 for Rasmussen. Atlantic back up by 5, 28-23. Cyclones possession front court. Sears left wing. Eggers. He'll take it back out top between the rings. Under 6 to go, third quarter. Eggers right side. Erlmeyer to Franz Rice. Erlmeyer right baseline. He'll fire a three. Got it. Erlmeyer heating up. Erlmeyer hit a back-to-back three, 28-26. The Atlantic's lead is trimmed to 2 with 5:37 to play, third quarter. Waters high and right for Atlantic. High post Gavin. He'll take it inside. Tough shot. No good. Last touch by Harlan Community. Atlantic will have possession baseline. Casters is in for Eggers now for Harlan Community. And Waters will throw it in for the baseline left side of the basket. 5:28 of the clock in the third quarter. 28-26 Atlantic. They'll pitch it out top to McLaren. And he throws it away. Gavin wanted Hudson left wing, and he tossed it over his head. Turnover Trojans. The bestie in for Gavin McLaren. Cyclones have the back.
Get him calmed down a little bit.
Out top it goes to Kessler. He'll play the point guard for Harlan. Top of the circle, Kesters bounces left, pulls back out top. Give it a go to Sears. He'll take it in, lays it up, and missed the shot. Rebound knocked to Rasmussen. Atlantic on the move, a 2-on-2 break. Rasmussen runs right over Kesters. Block called on Kesters.
Yep. Ball's going to be out of bounds.
Okay, Roger, that's the question. A shooting foul or a blocking foul?
That was out front.
So Waters.
Correct call.
You got it. Waters will throw it in. Atlantic up by 2, 28-26. 5:12 to go, third. Waters way out top to Tyrell Williams, guarded by Kesters. Left wing Waters, he wanted a three. Picked up by Sears, he'll lob it out top. Rasmussen, he'll fire a top of the key three, no good off the heel. Rebound knocked out by Hudson McLaren. It'll be Harlan's ball. Ball ricocheted off the heel of the rim towards the sideline and went out of bounds. Now Harlan has it back. Under 5 to go, third quarter. The Seed Pros scoreboard, 28-26 Atlantic. Kesters on the bounce, top of the circle. Angles left, now he'll take it to the rim, stops. Down to Franz Rice. Rice will muscle it up and got it to go and ties the game at 28.
Yep. Rass tried to get a hold of it. And
28-28 ball game. Franz Rice muscled that one up and in. And he gets the and one. Rice will shoot one for the Cyclones. 28-28, 4:48 to play, third quarter. Free throw is money.
Nice high arcing shot. Gives it a chance to go in.
Excuse me, Roger. 8 points for Rice. Atlantic in the front court. Down for the first time in the ball game, 29-28. Front court possession, Atlantic. Waters top of the circle. Delivers over to Hudson McLaren. He'll leave it off for Rasmussen, top of the circle. Rasmussen on the drive. Nice Euro. Runner up and it's good. Now Atlantic back up 30-29. Rasmussen with 4 points now in his third quarter. He has 14 for the game, averaging 27. On the front, baseline. Arkfeld for three. Missed the shot. Aired it out. Waters right there for the rebound for Atlantic. Trojans front court possession. Waters drives in and a whistle. And we got a foul called on the Cyclones. With 4:06 to go, third quarter, it'll be Waters to throw it in right side of the basket. And Braden Eggers will come in for Quinn Kesters in Harlan's lineup. So Waters will toss it in. What a difference between 6 days ago and tonight.
Yeah.
Out top to Gavin McLaren. Right baseline Waters. He'll fire a three. Got it. Atlantic back up by 4, 33-29.
That's one of those shooting in rhythm, and that's why, like earlier, pass the ball, get it back, and then shoot in rhythm.
Cyclones ball in the front. Out top, Eggers. Atlantic up 33-29. Baseline Erlmeyer for three. Missed the shot. Rebound
Nice
Rasmussen
box.
for Atlantic. He'll bring it to the front. You talk about that block out. That was Williams. Euro step to Waters. His three-point shot and then rims out.
Oh, that was the right shot to take.
Erlmeyer rebounds for Harlan. He's in the front court. He'll have to bring it back out top. Here's Sears. Eggers, top of the circle. He'll take it to the rim. Lays it up, no good. Gavin McLaren snags the rebound for Atlantic. Puts it out to Waters with 3:14 to go, third quarter. 33-29 Atlantic by 4 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Ben Linen will check in for the Cyclones' next dead ball. Waters between the rings on the bounce. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Trojans up by 4. We're brought to the Seed Pros. Out to Gavin McLaren. He'll fire a three, well short. And the Trojans can't save it. Cyclones having it back right to left. Here comes Linen. And out to the lineup will be Arkfeld. Well, Arkfeld's been held down. He just has 3 points. And that came with a three-point shot in the second quarter. 2:50 to go, third quarter. 33-29 Atlantic by 4 on the Save Pro scoreboard. Pass left wing. Cade Sears drives, cut off by Williams, stops, pops, good. Boy, Sears.
That was a nice shot. Williams was playing great defense, too.
33-31 Sears with that shot with a hand in his face. 2.5 to go, third. Atlantic up by 2, 33-31 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Rasmussen high post to Gavin McLaren, back to Rasmussen. High and right. The senior over to McLaren. Wasn't looking. Line and steal. Linen will race to the bucket and knocked out by Hudson McLaren, preventing the bucket of the tie, the potential tie. And now Harlan will throw it in for the baseline left side of the basket. 2:16 to play, third quarter. Atlantic up 33-31. Harlan can tie it with an inside play or take the lead with a bomb. Pass out top to Eggers for Harlan. 2:14 and counting to go in the third frame. On the bounce, Eggers leaves it off for Cade Sears at the top of the circle. Cade Sears will take it to the rim. Wide open lane. He missed the shot. Rebound, Gavin McLaren. Bounces out to Rasmussen. He'll clear the half-court line. Trojans front court possession. Rasmussen on the dribble. Pulls up. Looks for a cutter. Back out top to Waters. 150 to go. Coach Franken wants the Trojans to slow it down. Waters drives. Runner up. It is no good. Rebound. McLaren. Put back is missed. Williams gets the board. Now we've got a jump ball. 1:36 left. Third quarter. 33-31. It's going to be Arrow favors the Trojans.
That was a jump ball. They're both fighting for it.
Physical down low. Waters will throw it in for Atlantic. Trojans by 2, and now we've got official over here at the bench. It's been pretty even here in the second quarter. Atlantic led 24-20 after one half of play. They led the entire first half, gave up the lead in the second half, 29-28 momentarily, but they took it back right away. Gavin driving, lost the ball. Williams gets it. Ross steals it. Back to Eggers. Harlan to the front. Ball ahead to line, and he'll take it to the rim. And a foul call on Gavin McLaren. With 1:25 to go in the third quarter. The question, Roger Warren, is that a shooting foul?
No. He was coming at it. He hadn't dug it out yet. Well, Gavin's going to sit for the rest of this period. That'll be 3 on him.
You called it right again. I mentioned I gave you quite that resume early on. Roger's also an all-state official as well, so fished in the state tournament. Here's Eggers. He'll fire from 15. Missed the shot. Rebound, Linen. He'll take it to the rim. Missed the shot. Foul on Rockton Bestie. I'll tell you what, this Linen, when you talk about a guy coming off the bench that's going to spark your team.
Yep. He plays with a lot of fire.
Oh, man, he plays with passion. Linen draws the foul. He had the and one of the first half. He'll shoot 2 here for the tie. Atlantic up 33-31. Free throw on the way, and it is good. Ben Linen. 4 points for Linen. He's 2 for 2 from the line. Atlantic's lead is cut to 1 for the tie. No good. Rebound Rasmussen for Atlantic. Trojans work the ball to the front court with Nolan Waters. 1:11 to go, third quarter. Pass left side. Hudson McLaren on the bounce to the top of the circle. Trojans line up with 2 high posts. Rofton Bestie. He'll go down low block on the left side and the pass back out top to Waters. Waters guarded by Eggers. High post to Roth. He'll put one up and no good. The rebound fought for, but it's knocked out by Sears. Williams and Sears were battling for the pumpkin and off Sears' knee.
Yeah, just once again, shot goes up. It's going to be a battle to the rebound.
Waters will inbound, lining up by 1. Baseline McLaren, a steal by Ben Linen. Pass head Eggers, Cyclones in the front. Eggers on the drive, leaves it off right side to Erlmeyer. Now to Sears, top of the circle, 38-37, 36 to go in the third quarter. Harlan can take the lead on this possession. Baseline, Eggers back high and right to Sears. Eggers again baseline, into Franz Rice. He'll take it to the rim and lays it up and good, and a foul called in Atlantic. Franz Rice is a handful down low, and he gives the Cyclones a 34-33 lead. And the and one here with 27 seconds to go in the third quarter. Free throw by Rice is high and no good. Rebound Rasmussen for Atlantic. We've got a whistle and a jump ball.
Yep.
And
they both acquired the basketball at the same time, and then they came down with it.
Arrow favors the Cyclones. They'll throw it in with 25 seconds left, third quarter. Cyclones up 34-33 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. The throw in way out top to Eggers. Head fake. Bounces right into Rice. Back to Eggers. High and right. Waistline. Kick out line. And he'll take it to the rim. Spinning, shooting. He traveled. Well, they're going to call a foul. A shooting foul. Atlantic charged with the foul. Atlantic almost traveled with it, but got the foul. 15 seconds on the clock. 34-33. Cyclones by 1, and Linen back at the free throw line. He's 2 for 3 from the stripe. Makes that one. 3 for 4, and Harlan now up 35-33 on the Seed Pro scoreboard with 15 seconds to go, third quarter. Linen second free throw. Eyes the rim, spins it up. It's no good. Rebound, Cade Sears. He'll take it up, missed the shot short. Hudson McLaren with it with 11 seconds left, third quarter. Hudson. Baseline, Waters with 5. We're down to 4. Out top to Hudson at 2. He'll launch it at 1. No good. And we're through 3. And we've got a game. Cyclones up 35-33 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We're back right after these.
As a crop producer,
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McAdee Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McAdee Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McAdee Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Fourth quarter coming up. 35-33 Harlan Community with a 2-point lead to the Seed Pros scoreboard. They outscored Atlantic 15-9 in that third quarter. They outscored Atlantic 28-14 the last 2 quarters. Atlantic led 19-7 after 1. Atlantic in the front court. Williams bounce pass to Waters, top of the circle. He'll fire a deep 3, no good. Rebound, Cade Sears. Kick out to Eggers. Cyclones in the front court. Early fourth quarter, Eggers on the bounce. We'll give it up to Erlmeyer. Backdoor Rice layup good. Franz Rice starting to get his points and Harlan up 37-33 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Atlantic's ball. Rasmussen drives through traffic. Runner short. Rebound McLaren. He knocks out of bounds. It'll be Cyclones ball.
Good hustle. He just couldn't get a hang on it.
7:21 left in the ball game. Harlan with the lead. They took tied at 28-28, then took a 30-29 lead. It didn't relinquish that until the end of that third quarter, 35-33. At the end of 3, Harlan. Cyclones in the front. Erlmeyer for 3, baseline. Good! Erlmeyer with the triple for the Cyclones. He has 3 threes here in the second half. Atlantic front court possession. High post to Gab McLaren, out to Rasmussen, high and right, 40-33. Harlan with the lead. Rasmussen, Hudson McLaren, left wing. Inside Gavin driving, he draws the foul.
We got to get Gavin to quit dropping his head.
Well, I think Gavin's had limited touches on that little block.
Yeah, absolutely, but you got to keep your head up so you see where you're going.
So Gavin will shoot a pair for Atlantic. He shoots 44% from the free throw line. He's 18 of 41 of the year. Free throws in the air, and it is no good. Yeah, McLaren yet to score. 0 for 2 from the line. His second try coming up with 6:41 to play. Cyclones up 40-33. Here's the free throw. It is good.
Sneaks in over the edge.
Got a English on that, didn't he?
Yep.
40-34. Cyclones lead is 6 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Harlan's possession front court. Eggers leaves it off for Sears. Baseline line, and he'll put up the 3 too strong. Rebound Waters for Atlantic. Trojans have front court possession. Waters drives left baseline to Gavin. McLaren, nice Euro layup, good!
Nice move. Stayed out of his way.
Atlantic cuts a Cyclone lead to 4, 40-36. 6:10 left to play on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Cade Sears high and left for Harlan. Back out top to Ben Line, and he'll take it inside, lays it up, missed a shot. Rebound Williams. Kick out Rasmussen. He'll drive to the front court, and a contact blocking foul on Sears. And that'll put Rasmussen on the free throw line for a pair.
Yep. He pulled it up, tried to go over the top, got his head and shoulders by.
Colton Rasmussen so far in the ball game with 14 points. He had 10 in the first half. A couple of field goals the third quarter. And we'll have 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. He's a good free throw shooter.
The bucket went down. I wasn't watching.
Yes,
so
it did. One. He gets the and one. I didn't see it go in either.
No, I was watching the foul, and we didn't watch where the ball went.
So it's 40-38. The ball went in for Rasmussen. He gets the and one. He can cut the lead to 1 here. Free throw on the way, and it is no good. The rebound pulled. Oh, it's off of Artfeld. Atlanta gets the ball back.
When that happens to you, you just you just sink. It's just like,
So checking in will be Quinn Casters for Harlan Community. 40-38. Cyclones lead is cut to 2 by the Trojans. Hudson McLaren to throw it in with 5:54 to play. Finds Gab McLaren out top. On the drive, McLaren will take it inside. Layup up, no good. Williams rebound.
Well, he got the board.
Oh, Williams. We're tied at 40-40. And Coach Osborne wants a timeout. 5:46 to play. Atlantic 40. Harlan 40. We're back right after these.
Whether you have a furry, feathered, or scaly pet in your home, the Fish Store and Pet Center has everything you need to keep your little pets happy and healthy. Keep them safe with a variety of sizes of tanks and cages. Add a little decor with rocks, decorative plants, and beds. Add a little fun in with toys.
This segment of Did You Know by Amy Jo is about hydraulic hoses. Well, guess what? They break. And at the worst times possible, too. Atlantic Egg and Auto can build you a new hydraulic hose most of the time faster than it takes you to even get to town. Now, don't be getting a ticket racing to town to see me. Since you're here, you might as well get more hydraulic fluid, shop towels, detailing supplies, and fresh cab to keep those rodents out. Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto, your only locally owned CarQuest Auto Parts stores.
By your side to maximize yields. For the word go. Contact John Becker, Mark Van Tiger, Gary Dinkla and Nick Knutson. Cyclones possession. Quinn Kesters will bring it across the half-court line right to left. Kesters on the bounce, angles left, leaves it off for Ohlmeyer. Back to Kesters, top of the circle, and he travels with it. Turnover Harlan. Atlantic's basketball. They can take the lead in this possession. They led the entire first half, then Harlan just chipped away at it. They led by 6, and Atlantic has trimmed it down to tie game 40-40. Left wing, Hudson McLaren. Baseline, Waters looks inside to Gavin McLaren, guarded by Rice. Hudson, Waters, back out to Rasmussen. Rass on the drive, stops, pops a 10-footer. It is no good. Rebound, Gavin McLaren. Step back, 2, good. Oh, Gavin McLaren's going to work. Atlantic up 42-40.
Get in the garbage, that's what you want.
Cyclones ball from front court possession, 5 minutes left. Atlantic by 2. Kesters with it back out top. Arkfeld to Cade Sears, back to Arkfeld. Leaves it off for Kesters. He'll find a lane, slithers in, hook shot, no good. Rice rebound, put back is good, no good, but he draws a foul. Williams with a foul. And Rice can tie it up if he makes both these free throws with 4:47 to play. What a game. Franz Rice at the line. Rice with 12 points. Free throw is no good. Took a high bounce off the back iron. Rice averaging 12.5 a game. Second free throw to trim the Trojans lead to 1. Here it is. It's no good. Rebound by McLaren. Atlantic to the front court with a 2-point lead.
That's one of those where you call that was a good foul.
It worked out for Williams, didn't
Yes, it did.
He has 4 fouls, though, in this ball game. Atlantic with it front court. Hudson McLaren top of the key. 4.5 to play. Pass right side to Nolan Waters. He was red hot in the first quarter. Bounce pass to Hudson McLaren. Back to Waters. He'll fire one from the top. God! Oh, man! Atlantic up 45-40 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Waters with one from downtown. Harlan with it in the front court. Down low. Rice lays it up. No good. Rebound. Rasmussen for Atlantic. Under 4 to play. Trojans by 5. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. Rasmussen out top to Hudson McLaren. He'll leave it off high post to Gavin McLaren. Left wing to Waters. Waters feels it right now. He had 3 in the first quarter. He hit a big one just moments ago on the drive. And he lost his footing. He traveled with it. And it'll be Harlan's ball with 3:38 to go. Cyclones down by 5, 45-40. Ben Lynam will throw it in for Harlan Community. Trojans in a man-to-man defense, and Braden Eggers will bring it across the timeline in methodical fashion. Picked up by Hudson McLaren. Pass high post to Franz Rice. McLaren trying to go for the steal, and he draws the foul. That'll be his 4th.
Well, he can't go anywhere.
You see what Coach Franken does. He's thinking about putting Investi back in. Ben Lynam will throw it in for the far sideline. That's 2 in Atlantic in the fourth quarter, 2 in Harlan. Now they're going to kick the ball into Eggers. Harlan with it, front court possession. 3:29 to go into the game. Pass left side of the line and back out top to Eggers. He'll take it back between the rings. 3:20 to play. 25 on the shot clock. Eggers off the screen. Bounces left. Leaves it off for Ohlmeyer. Back to Eggers at the top to Leinen. Leinen on the drive. Guarded by Williams. Turns and he'll loop it up and it is good.
Nice scoop shot.
Really Leinen. He's
good pivot. Good pivot.
Atlantic's lead cut to 3, 45-42. Less than 3 to play in the game. How's this going to end? Rasmussen high and left for Atlantic in the front court. Leaves it out top for Hudson McLaren, and Coach Franken wants a timeout. Trojans by 3. 2:51 yet to play.
Full timeout.
We're back in a minute to 95.7 FM and our live video stream.
Colton, with you more involved with farming, what have you observed?
Farmers don't just work harder, they farm smarter.
We've definitely seen that with the Enlist weed control system.
Oh yeah, application is dictated by the grow stage, not a set date on the calendar, and you can take mix with liberty.
Plus, you have a post program that you don't have to worry about drifting into neighboring fields.
Nailed it. To learn more, contact the Seed Pros.
The Seed Pros, with you from the word go.
The Seed Pros, Mark Bantacker, Gary Dinklett, Nick Knutson, and John Becker.
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8065 or visit swita.com to schedule your ride.
Trojan Sports on KS 95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
2:51 to play. Atlantic with the basketball after the timeout called by head coach Dalton Franken. Atlantic at 45-42. 3-3. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. Colton Rasmussen will throw it in for the Trojans. Tight man-to-man by Harlan. The ball gets into McLaren. He'll bring it across. Atlantic in the front court. Hands it off to Nolan Waters, top of the circle. Clock at 2:44 to play. High post to Gab McLaren playing with 4 fouls. Left side, Hudson McLaren, the sophomore, bounces out top. He'll leave it off to Waters at top circle. He'll fire a 3. God! Oh, man! 48-42 Atlantic. 2:20 to play. Harlan ball in the front court. Eggers, Sears, top of the circle, back to Eggers. Over to Sears. He'll take it to the right side. Bin Linen. Eggers, top of the circle, 17 the shot clock. 2:10 left. Atlantic up by 6. Sears, left wing, driving. Erlmeyer puts a shot up and good. Erlmeyer gets a big 2. And a timeout called by Harlan with 1:59 to play. 48-44. We're back in a minute on 95.7 FM and our live video stream, Western Iowa Today TV.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
Colton, with you more involved with farming, what have you observed?
Farmers don't just work harder, they farm smarter.
We've definitely seen that with the Enlist weed control system.
Oh yeah, application is dictated by the growth stage, not a set date on the calendar, and you can take mix with liberty.
Plus, you have a post program that you don't have to worry about drifting into neighboring fields.
Nailed it. To learn more, contact the Seed Pros.
The Seed Pros, with you from the word go.
The Seed Pros, Mark Bantacker, Gary Dinklett, Nick Knutson, and John Becker.
On KS 95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
Harlan puts on a full court press. Atlantic with the basketball. Williams trapped. Back out to Waters. Ahead to Rasmussen. He'll fire ahead to Hudson McLaren on the baseline. Atlantic front court possession. 1:49 to play. Trojans up 48-44 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Rasmussen to the screen. Hudson McLaren the drive. Right baseline all the way down under. Over to Nolan Waters. Back out top to Hudson McLaren. Rasmussen, top of the circle. Driving, and the ball stripped away by Erlmeyer, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Cyclones with 1:31 left. 7 seconds of the shot clock for Atlantic. The Trojans by 4 on the Seed Pros scoreboard, and Hudson McLaren will fire it in for the baseline. Looking for Rasmussen, finds him. Rass, left wing, pulls up, fires a 3. No good. Rebound comes off to the Cyclones. Erlmeyer. Out top to Quinn Kesters. Atlantic up by 4. 1:19 to play. Kesters backdoor. Sears shot. No. Williams steal. Kick out. Rasmussen. Here comes Atlantic to the front. 1:10 to go. Trojans by 4. Rasmussen back out top to Hudson McLaren. 1:05 to play. 24 on the shot clock. 48-44 Atlantic. Hudson McLaren hands off to Tyrell Williams. He's picked up by Erlmeyer. And Williams, and we're going to have a whistle. We've got a foul away from the basketball. It's going to be on Gavin McLaren, his 5th. And here comes Ropton Bestie. So Gavin comes out to the ball game. He had 5 points on the night, all the fourth quarter. And that's going to be the third foul on the Trojans with 54 seconds to play. So waiting for Rofton Bestie to come in. And Gavin will sit with 5 fouls. Also checking in Braden Eggers for Harlan. He'll play point. Cyclones basketball down by 4. Fifth, 48-44 Atlantic. Arkfeld into Eggers. He'll bring it across the timeline. 50 seconds left. High post to Franz Rice. To Sears, top of the circle for Harlan. He'll leave it off right side for Eggers. Back to Sears, the top. Eggers at the right. Back to Sears on the move. Scoop shot is good. Sears with a big bucket for the Cyclones. And now the score 48-46. Atlantic's lead is cut to 2.
You got a 2-second differential on the shot clock, so how's he going to play that? Take care of the basketball all the way, run it all the way down, or are you going to have to foul and put him at the line?
We'll find out here shortly. Timeout called. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout on 95.7 FM.
Olson's BP in Atlantic is the keep you going store, and they'll keep you going all day long with breakfast selections like breakfast burritos, breakfast sandwiches, and breakfast staples like biscuits and gravy. For lunch, what better place to stop than Olson's BP? With burgers, Champ's chicken sandwiches, and Godfather's personal pizzas, you're sure to be refueled for that afternoon grind. And after a long day of work, let Olson's BP do the cooking for you. Hot and fresh Champ's chicken with all the sides and every kind of pizza topping you can think of on your Godfather's Pizza. It's Olson's BP on 2nd Street in Atlantic, the Keep You Going store.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment.
37 seconds left to play. Atlantic's basketball in the backcourt. Trojans up 48-46 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Full court, man-to-man Harlan. Rasmussen will trigger for the baseline. He gets it to Nolan Waters. He'll bring it across the half-court line. Foul call on Eggers.
Well, that's one of the things that they've got to work on, or got to do, because Harlan's only at 2, now that's 3. They still got 2 fouls to give to get to the line.
36 seconds left. Atlantic's basketball out of bounds. Far sideline, the ball thrown into Rasmussen. He'll take it to the rim, and he loses the ball. Sears with it. Harlan can tie it or take the lead on a deep shot. 26 seconds left. Eggers high and right. We're down to 23, 24, 20 to go. Baseline. Arkfeld out top to Sears. Atlantic by 2, 14 seconds to play. Cyclones angle left. Sears backs out to Eggers. 10 seconds to go and a foul called on Hudson McLaren. A good foul. That's just 4 in Atlantic, and that'll force Harlan to throw it in from the sideline. 8 seconds left. 48-46 Atlantic with a 2-point lead. Timeout, Dalton Franken. We'll keep it right here. What a game. First quarter, Atlantic led 19-7. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead. And the Cyclones then came back in that second quarter. Outscored 19-7. They outscored Atlantic 13-5. Outscored Atlantic 15-9 in the third quarter. And this fourth quarter has been a battle. Now Roger Warren with 8.9 to go. The ball being the far sideline. That's where the Cyclones will throw it in. They've got 8 seconds to get a shot off. They can tie it up with a close range shot to Franz Rice, or they can take a chance and fire a 3 for maybe the lead or the win.
Yeah, it'll be for the win. Just depends on what time you've got to put that up at about 3 or 4, so you got a chance to rebound it and put it back in if you can.
Or the Trojans still have a foul to give. And that's where that new foul regulation comes in, 5 per period. And if the Trojans would foul again, that would force Harlan to throw it in again from the sideline.
Correct. Well, Lance got 1. On the next foul, Harlan will be shooting.
There you go. So they do want to foul. Right. They've got 4. Harlan 3. Atlantic will come out here on the defensive end. 48-46, Trojans by 2.
But I would say if you got it down into Franz or something like that where he's going to have an easy 2, that ball never gets out of his hands. You make him make it to the free throw line.
Here we go, 8.9 to go. Arkfeld to throw it in for Harlan. Back to Sears. Sears across the timeline at 7. Top of the key at 6. Drives at 4. Back out top to Eggers at 3. Eggers driving at 2. And off the hands of Arkfeld, Atlantic wins.
And it went out of bounds, and it's over.
Atlantic wins 48-46. What a game. What a signature win for Coach Franken and the Trojans. Atlantic, the 8th seed, going into the sub-state tournament Monday night against ADM, and they just upend Harlan tonight, 48-46. What a basketball game. Can't wait to talk to old Franken here.
Yeah. Well, they played well. They kept after it.
And the tunnel for the Trojans as they leave the floor. Atlantic 48, Harlan 46. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. They're by your side to maximize yield from the word go. We've got a post game coming up. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We're back right after these.
The Cass Health Pharmacy is now open with their convenient hours of Monday through Friday.
Elkhart Plastics in Atlantic has a career opportunity for you. They're currently looking to hire first and second shift oven operators, first shift assemblers, and maintenance personnel, along with competitive pay and shift differential offered for second shift. Elkhart Plastics offers medical, dental, vision, company-paid life and disability plans, as well as vacation, paid holidays, education reimbursement, and retirement savings plans. Go to myersindustries.com/careers to view openings and fill out an application. Elkhart Plastics is an equal opportunity and affirmative action employer.
First Windy Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Windy Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McAdee Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McAdee Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McAdee Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Outfitters Plus in Atlantic is making it easier for teams, coaches, groups, and you to host your group's orders online with their online store. Custom printed shirts, sweatshirts, all of your team apparel. Outfitters will design the graphics, post them on the web, give you the link to share with your team or group, and they can order themselves, all online. No more order forms to lose, sizes to keep track of, or money to hold on to. Let Outfitters Plus set up an online store for your team or group today. Give them a call at 243-4379. That's 243-4379. Outfitters Plus in Atlantic.
Colton Rasmussen was 16. 5 for Gavin McLaren, 3 for Hudson McLaren, and 2 for Tyrell Williams. And for Harlan Community, Braden Eggers had a 3-point shot in the first quarter. That's what he ended up with, 3 points. Jason Olmeyer with 11. Franz Rice with 12. Will Arkfeld with 3. Ben Leinen played really well for Harlan Community. He had a couple of field goals. He had 4, but he had 5, 6, 7 points. He ended up with 3 for 5 from the free throw line. And Quinn Kesters had a pair. And Cade Sears with 8 points for Harlan Community as the Trojans edge the Cyclones 48-46. Roger Warren.
I'll tell you what, they played about as good a ball game as they could. It was a physical ball game. There was no doubt about it. But, you know, I tell you what, Nolan putting up 22, that was huge.
Oh, no doubt about it.
you hit the threes. He hit that 3 here with about 2 minutes left to go to put him up by 6. And that was just enough of a gap to keep it where it was at. And, you know, I was really surprised that they didn't drop that baby down into Rice and at least, you know, get a foul, get him in the line, or at least make the 2. You know, I guess it's always been my contention. Get the 2 points, get it to overtime, so you know at least you got a chance.
What a win. Trojans lost 53-33 to Harlan on February 6th. Last Tuesday night. They come back and win this one 48-46 of Harlan Community. Here he comes, Atlantic head coach Dalton Franken. We're going to talk to Coach right after this. A post-game sponsor, Cass Health.
Here we go. The Cass Health Pharmacy is now open. With their convenient hours of Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5, they will make it easy to get your prescriptions. Plus, you can transfer your current prescriptions to them by just calling 712-243-7508 or stop by and they'll take care of you. And if you're a MyChart user, you can easily request prescription refills and renewals. If you don't have an account yet, the Cass Health pharmacists are here to help. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Welcome back. Post-game show brought to you by Cass Health and Neighbors Caring for Neighbors. Hey, we're with Atlantic head coach Dalton Franken. Wow, what a game, Coach. What a win for this ball club. 6 days ago, fell short the Cyclones 53-33. You turn the tables tonight, and boy, what does this win mean, huh?
Hey, I just told the guys, I go, that's as gutsy of an effort as I've ever seen and been a part of. I told them before the game, I go, 32 minutes, they do not play harder than us. Do not let them play harder than you. Play harder than them for all 32 minutes and let's see what happens. And they battled their butts off tonight. Everybody that, whether they played a second or the whole game, everybody battled, had each other's back, team rebounding, team defense. It wasn't pretty, but this time of year it's all about grinding out wins, and they found a way to do that tonight, and I couldn't be more proud of this group.
You talked about the boards and rebounding in the pregame, and boy, defensively, you allowed the Cyclones to one shot, especially that first half.
Yeah, we did a great job on the glass tonight, and it was a group effort, right? It wasn't always shot up and just grab it and go. It was tip, 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 chase it down, grab it. It was team rebounding, and they battled their butts off tonight. And like I said, I couldn't be more happy for this group. They flat out just played harder than them for 32 minutes, and glad we were able to hold on. It's awesome.
Coach, you jumped out 6-0 right out of the gate. Led 19-7 after one quarter play. Talk about the quick start.
Oh, it was huge. Nolan saw a couple go down early. We were able to get a couple stops. We got out in transition and got a couple easy ones too. And then the biggest thing was we kept our foot on the gas the whole night. Nolan didn't let up after he missed a couple in a row. Ras was, getting banged around a little bit, but he kept going. And that's the biggest thing. And Gavin McLaren tonight, I don't know if Gavin did score, but I will tell you right now, that kid came out and he set the tone for us defensively. He slipped around, fronted Franz down low, got a steal, first defensive possession. And Gavin set the tone for us right away in the beginning defensively, and we were able to maintain that energy and intensity all night.
Fourth quarter, down 40-33 at 1 point, down by 7. Talk about the comeback here.
The boys just did a great job of keeping their composure. We didn't force anything. It wasn't always smooth offensively. It got clunky at times, but they didn't panic. Usually, when that happens, the possession goes to crap. We have a turnover, or we chuck up a fast shot. The biggest thing was tonight, I thought our composure was really, really good. It wasn't always pretty, but we were able to get the most out of our possessions tonight. And usually when you take they say you take a bad shot on offense. A bad shot on offense is the defense's first pass in transition going the other way. So I thought we did a good job of being patient tonight and just battling.
Yeah, 15-6 run. Waters with 22, like you mentioned, and Tyrell Williams, I think he could have been an unsung hero. When you watch the game, he had some good blockouts, allowing other rebounders. Just everybody played well.
Yeah, Tyrell, he had a huge putback for us down the stretch too. He's just always around. He's a ball hawk. He's always there, always gets his hands on stuff, and he did a great job keeping their drivers out of the paint tonight. Beats them there with his chest, guards with his chest, keeps them out of there. Tyrell was huge for us tonight. A lot of big plays that probably don't show up in the stat sheet, but they impact winning. His plays impact winning, and I'm just really happy with Tyrell, the whole senior group tonight. They all contributed tonight. It was awesome.
Very good. Coach, thank you very much for stopping by. Congratulations.
Thanks.
What a big win.
Thanks. Heck of a way for the senior class to close out their games here in Atlantic with a win over Harlan. Pretty darn nice. And it's a good time to start building momentum too. We got one regular season game left, and then the postseason starts. Everyone's 0-0, and anything can happen.
We saw it tonight.
If we get the effort that we got tonight, we'll be okay.
Look out. Look out. Coach, thank you very much. Atlantic head coach Dalton Franken, 48-46 over Harlan Community tonight. So big win for the Trojans. We'll keep it right here, and I'll tell you what, Roger, your thoughts on this one, man.
Well, like Coach said, they were more the aggressor tonight. They kept after it. You know, Gavin banging down there with the Rice kid. Tell you what, that's two big boys going after it, and he moves his feet well, and you know Gavin's got to get around, and you know I think one of the things that they emphasized was stay behind him and make him make the shot.
Yeah.
You know, don't let him drop it in and go from there. So.
Well, we're going to talk to Nolan Waters with 22 points tonight. Our post-game sponsor, Cass Health, Neighbors Caring for Neighbors. Talk to Nolan right after this.
The Cass Health Pharmacy is now open. With their convenient hours of Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5, they will make it easy to get your prescriptions. Plus, you can transfer your current prescriptions to them by just calling 712-243-7508 or stop by and they'll take care of you. And if you're a MyChart user, you can easily request prescription refills and renewals. If you don't have an account yet, the Cass Health pharmacists are here to help. Cass Health, Neighbors Caring for Neighbors.
Welcome back to our post-game show here, brought to you by Cass Health, Neighbors Caring for Neighbors. We're with senior Nolan Waters, 48-46 Atlantic with a win over Harlan Community tonight. Nolan with 5 3-point shots tonight. He had 3 in the first quarter, 2 big ones in that fourth quarter with that 15-6 run there late in the ball game. And Nolan with us right now. Boy, talk about your night. You're feeling it, right? Talk about your 5 3-point shots.
Absolutely. It's just always that confidence, having the next one that's going to go in. My teammates did a great job of getting me the ball. We knew they were going to throw that junk defense at us, so it's just that confidence. The next one's going in, and Coach drew up some great sets for us.
Well, you're down there in that fourth quarter by 7, a 40-33. Talk about the comeback. How'd you do it?
Yeah, it's just working the ball around and just having that confidence like I talked about earlier. You know, you can't ever count yourself out. Playing great defense. Everybody stepped up tonight, played their matchups well, and I was super proud of everybody.
Nolan, a week ago or 6 days ago, lost to Harlan 53-33. What was the difference tonight?
Yeah, we didn't score very well at all. We played good defense, but I think I only had 5. Colton was injured that game, and he just wasn't scoring like he usually does. They were face guarding him, and we just weren't really ready for that junk defense that they threw at us. So we practiced that all week, and Coach drew up some great sets.
5 3-point shots tonight. Congratulations. Great win. Best of luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Nolan Waters joining us here on the postgame show brought to you by Cass Health, Neighbors Caring for Neighbors. We'll stay right here. We're back right after this 2-minute timeout on 95.7 FM on a live video stream, westerniowatoday.com.
Nobody has delivered more high-yielding Enlist E3 soybean genetics to the marketplace than Stein. That means your local Stein representative can provide you with the product knowledge and seed genetics to help you maximize profits on every acre you plant. Discover yield plus experience by partnering with the undisputed leader in Enlist E3 soybean genetics. Learn more.
First Winnie Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Winnie Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
This segment of Did You Know by Amy Jo is about hydraulic hoses. Well, guess what? They break. And at the worst times possible, too. Atlantic Egg and Auto can build you a new hydraulic hose most of the time faster than it takes you to even get to town. Now, don't be getting a ticket racing to town to see me. Since you're here, you might as well get more hydraulic fluid, shop towels, detailing supplies, and fresh cab to keep those rodents out. Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto, your only locally owned CarQuest Auto Parts stores.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA. Darren.
Quarter by 7. They led by 12 after one quarter of play, able to come back and win this game.
Well, I mean, they came out in that fourth quarter and cut that lead to nothing, and then actually extended it from there. I'll tell you what, like I told Nolan when he was standing there, I said, you know what? This is going to be one of those games you guys are going to talk about 20 years from now because that's your last game as a senior, and you came out, you just got thumped almost a week ago and beat Harlan on your home floor, and that's a good way to go out.
Good way to go out with a game tomorrow night at Dennis and Sleswig. That'll be their final regular season game, and then they'll prepare for 8 a.m. on February 19th, a week from tonight, and we'll have that broadcast on 95.7 FM and our live video stream on westerniowatoday.com. For Roger Warren, I'm Tom Robinson. Final score, Atlantic 48, Harlan Committee 46 in this Hawkeye 10 Conference Boys Basketball game. Thanks for joining us on our live stream and on the radio here at 95.7 FM. Good night from Atlantic.
At Outfitters Plus in Atlantic, you'll find all the latest in custom apparel and headwear. Head to